building and a practice.
Yeah.
And so they put an offer in, and they were too late for the offer, and somebody else got it.
Made the offer, yeah.
But
You just can't secure the financing.
no, they have the financing, but it appears that the owners don't like what this guy is asking for, or whatever, the one that's making the offer. Either it's too many demands or something's up, which for me has a red flag. So like, what's going on? Like, like, is there something wrong with the building? And so the new guy's saying there needs to be a building inspection, and if there's any problems, like let's say there's a roof that's leaking, you have to have the roof fixed before I take it. Could be that type
could
of
be
scenario.
anything. Yeah, could be anything.
Yeah, so that's why. Okay, so you're asking what kind of assets they have. I'm thinking
because
they're in the terms of having fuck all for assets. Like they have a house. They have a house, but they owe way more in the house than what it's worth.
Those kind of details we find out because let's say if you just offer you $25,000, right? So you want to make sure you are there on the hook for the $100,000, $125,000 actually.
Yeah.
And because you drop the check and nothing goes through, that's your money. They just walk away.
Well, they say it's fully refundable in the message there. So
yes, but refundable to who? Because that's now this is going to be very interesting because the way they want to bring you in, they are very well aware that of course the practice will make more money, so they don't want you a partner on the practice itself. They want you to be the co-owner, where you be entitled to whenever they sell the building, or you will get a portion of the rent, right?
Right.
So those kind of things, details that we find out. My question to them is if you freaking desperately want this money, why you cannot be a freaking start with 18%? They're not gonna like it, like settle whatever. Like now you need to find out details. How much your business is making, all those expenses, what's their take home, and then you can decide what you want to do. Because right now I don't have those details to figure out what plan works best for you. But this is how this goes. Like between me and my brother-in-law, let's say you and me, okay? Or me and because you've never done a business with me. Let's say it was me and Sandeep, the guy from traffic, okay?
Yeah.
So we always obviously our word of mouth means more than a fucking signature on a contract, right?
Yeah.
So when money was get deposit and we do two separate checks, where I'm paying $50,000, let's say $100,000, so I'm doing $50,000, he doing $50,000. Let's say D doesn't go through, and we send the non-waiver, the money come back, doesn't matter to who, okay? They may end up writing a check for both of us, or they may end up writing a check for one of us. But since I have a good understanding with Sandeep, if Sandeep ends up getting the money, then I will get my 50%, my $50,000, right? So we are safe. I know that.
Yeah.
In your case, when the money will be, let's say you're the one give them a deposit $100,000.
Yeah.
Now, let's say this is true. Who the money is coming back to? Is it coming back to $33,000 to three of you, or two of I don't know how many partners are there?
Just me.
Or is that? I'm sorry.
Just me.
So you're just buying the building then?
They need the $100,000 deposit is what they need.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to say. So if you're just after your $25,000, I would loan.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So if it comes back, because there's a husband and wife, and then there's me. So
there are three people.
Right. So if it's 100% refundable, but they just might give me a check for $33,000.
And then that's a worst case scenario, right?
Right.
So, but now your partner. Let's say you become a partner. You guys do all paperwork. Obviously, you've got to be part of the company. You're going to buy the entity, right, or the building in this case. Let's call it real estate.
Yeah.
Now they're separating two different things. They want to have a share in both, but they want to keep you as part of the real estate, right?
Right.
So now it looks like they probably have to register two separate companies. A company which owns the building.
Yeah.
And they need to have a second company, the doctor stuff.
Yeah.
Which will be leasing from the real estate company.
Right.
but you will be only part of a real estate company. You're not part of the other stuff, right? So that's why weird complication starts to happen, and that's where I need to find out. Like, we need to know, like, how, if it doesn't go back, how it's going to come back. Will there be a promise note? Because everything has to be done by lawyers, right?
Yeah.
Because you need to have a lawyer pay for it, make them pay for it.
Yep.
And you know what? As long as the money is coming back directly to you, like, you have a affidavit or something like this, something needs to be in place.
Yeah.
But before you do that, find out more information of what their plans are. How, like, don't give them any food of thought. Tell them, okay, so how this is going to work out? If I'm partner, how's it going to work out?
Yeah.
If I'm not partner, like, how's it going to work out? How my money is secure? Like, will there be any guarantees, warranties, right? Those kind of jazz.
Yeah.
Also find out how much the business is making, because even let's say you end up becoming a partner of the real estate company, which is going to own the building. You need to know how much this business is making. Are they capable of paying rent? Right?
Just I know, like, Jen does their billings for being doctors, so each of them brings about $15,000 a week.
A week, so 60,000. So that's about $120,000, right?
And then they want to bring Alan into it, but Alan's not as much. He bills for maybe about $5,000 a week.
So when we say like $5,000 a week, that's like total, or that's net?
That's total.
Well, so we need to see that's what we need to find out more.
So if it's
making money?
So if it's $30,000 a week, generally for the clinics, because how all doctors work there is it's either 25/75 or 30/70. So like they'll keep the 70 and 30 goes to the clinic for operation costs, rent, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So.
But no, Tony, don't. You know what? In this case, what I want you to do is turn off all of your thinking switches and let them give you the right numbers, exact numbers.
Yeah.
Because they're the one. Because you probably know more than them, anyways. You also want to give them false protection, like you're not, you don't know much. But at the same time, if they provide, you need to know profit and loss statement as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, surely they're bringing, like, let's say $120,000 a month. What are the expenses, right? Because they have a staff.
Yeah.
They're gonna have mortgage, right? They're gonna have like a whole lack of things, right? Insurances as well. Like, what is the net? Because the rent will come out of the net, right?
Yeah.
So those kind of details. Your meeting is going to be very, very long, but take notes.
Well,
and
I'm meeting them tomorrow morning, 9:30 at Beacon Hill.
Yeah, take all notes, buddy. It's because I've seen this, like, going like. That's why it's hard to do business brokering. It's hard to freaking buy businesses or sell businesses, because sometimes people don't have enough information, or they can't share. They don't share. They can't share. Or they don't share. Right, and people walk away.
Yeah.
So they get